Okay, it's it's time for class. Hello, everyone, and thank you attend my consent meeting. Because I'm saying sorry because this morning I checked my schedules in Tencent meeting schedule. I found the time to deadline. We have the saying the meeting room, right? But only 8 times. So I rescheduled the time again. Please don't worry that next class and we have the same the number the room numbers. Yeah, until the final the terminal the final terminal. It's okay. Today is I think I check the calendar is the 8th weeks of this semester. So we live 8 weeks to have classes. So maybe some of you will ask me, hey, teacher, how about when we will prepare our final report? Yeah, final report. One is for the survey, right? The survey report, and another is for presentation. Yeah, please don't worry. I check that altogether, maybe there are 20 students in our class. So I will to organize you into maybe some group and give you enough time to prepare your report and your final presentations. Yeah. So in today, to class, we have 2 topics. First is for the big data and the IoT, the relationships between these 2 technologies and some scenarios in big data applications, right? And the second topic is for I will introduce how to prepare your report, how to write your survey report, and how to choose the interested the issue or topic in IoT. All right? Yeah. Yes. I will check that you are listening to me. Please write 9 on our message board. Sandra, thank you. Thank you. 3, only 3, 4, 5. Okay. Only 5 students listen to me. Okay. I will record and give you a high grade. Don't worry, okay? So I will share my desktop to begin our first topic. If you have any, sorry, I see your message. Continue. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, leave message in our board and direct. Open your microphone to ask me. Okay. Let's see. It's my desktop here. Yeah, it's here. It's right here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's my I import. Okay, sure. Yeah. This topic is very interesting. So, before I begin my lessons, I want to know how many students that have learned about the big data. Please type yes or no in our message board. I've known about big data. Oh yeah, no. Anyone else? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, No. So I will to be more further introduce this technology to you. Okay. Hello everyone. The research of this issue is about the big data, the research areas, and applications is focused on urban studies and play practice. And we have done a topic about that is a smart city, right? Yeah, smart city. We can use the different such as sensors, the camera, and the smartphones. This hardware, sensor hardwares have a sense abilities hardware to work devices to detect the objects and to get the data from these objects and give them some like is analysis, right? Analysis the informations and transmit this data into the service. Okay, this is a model or infrastructure of that is applications. Okay, and as for this topic, we should know. Sorry. Yeah, you should know. What's the big data? You can say I know the big data is a large amount of the informations that we should to deal with. It's great. It's great. But as for big data, they have different characters, such as we account for the populations in the city is a big data, and the data comes from the architecture and from the transportations. Yeah, that is a big data, right? But not only the big data is in its amount, the size, but also you have a special characters that we can name that these informations are big data. So I will give you definitions of big data. And the second is a behavior data acquisitions and analysis. This means how we to analyze the data. What's the tools in these areas, right? It's different. It's different from that is like we traditional database. It's different. It's different. Okay. The topic is about spatial analysis. The spatial analysis means when we get the data from that we surround environment, right? The surrounding environment. The environment is different. And on the other hand, maybe have a different data resources. Yeah, and we name the physical world, a physical world. So spatial means we account for that is the location. The data comes from the locations. And we have a time slope. This means the time steps in this data. Okay? The fourth is for new methodologies with big data. Oh, this topic is very useful and meaningful. Okay. The last is open research issues in modern society, in modern scientist areas. These five topic that in today's lessons I will introduce to you. Okay, let's go ahead. What is big data? Look at the left. The big data is so voluminous and complex. So the complex, we should focus on these terms. The complex, and that then traditional data processing application software cannot to deal. Yes, and the challenger include how to get data, right? And data storage method, and analysis tools, and search how to search, and how to share, and how to transfer, and at last, how to give us that is like a that is a convenient interface, such as visualization. Visualization interface, and how to update that the informations, and privacy security that included in or about all of this topic. All right, is data, and big data is seen as the next frontier for innovation. This means innovation, yeah, and competition. Oh, because we know that in the future, that the informations not based on that traditional, like is time, like is our locations, like is some, like is our person informations. It's come from different spatial areas, such as industry, right? Such as commercial mechanics. Because these applications can combine together, and to realize the one objective. Yeah. So he have the productivity. Okay. This is Chinese, right? Please don't worry. I can translate it to you. And this is for the big data's attribute. The four way, like that. This reference comes from author. This author named Li Qingquan, and he wrote a paper, a report. This report means that is the big data analysis for society. This is a report, and so here we look at this blog. The first is for that is a volume. You know, that is the data volumes from TB to PB. PB is large. And the second is for variety. Is variety. The variety means he have a structure or non-structure or semi-structure data format. Yeah. And sometimes we can get data like document, a text. And sometimes we get from the medium, the videos, right? Different format together. And the third is for his velocity. Velocity means that based on that is big data, we should give that is analytic result, and quickly. We expect that this machine or service machine can get me the result at the first time, in the second time. It's quick. Yeah, it's quick. So to make decision, maybe in 1 second, make decisions. And last, for veracity. This veracity, yes, here. This veracity is means because the data variability and have a different format, and so maybe we cannot get the data correctly, right? And maybe we have a random informations. This veracity. So these are the dimensions of big data. The full way, right? This important here. Okay, please remember. And here, wow, comes from here. This from these fingers we see with the time increase with time, that this is for the global digital information create and shared from to 25 and to the 2015 or 2015 in 10 years. That the amount of the information is increasing. Yeah, and here, this is big data like a data warehouse. A warehouse, it is storage that like storage different informations here. We should dig the data mining. Data mining. Okay, here, this is a percentage of that is, I say, the different application areas. That as for us, we have the 85% of that is orange colored means the data. We should to process. So sometimes we name the data as the data island. Data island. This means in now that in more society, in scientific these areas, more and more data is belong to different application areas, and they haven't connection together. Okay, yeah. So it's different. So it's different. Okay. Okay. Let's see how we find that we need the informations. Yeah, informations here. Look at this is interesting. The cloud computing, right? The cloud computing is a typical structure in big data application areas. For cloud computing means that the different applications that are organized like a cloud, include look at that monitoring, right, and collaborations, communications, and different platforms and computer. This is bottom layer, different devices together. Use that is a communication protocols and combine together, right? This is applications like cloud computing. And for us, how we can get the correct information from this cloud. Yeah, cloud. How we organize the informations. Yeah, okay. Look at next. Oh, good. It's a trigger, right? A trigger from the web, from the website. This means what's the popular, what's the popular and the issues that scientists or academic researchers to focus on, right? Here, look at software. This means we can use the software to process data. Okay, development is for applications. Yeah, and R&D, right? Yes, R&D. And here it's for data. Oh yes, this is our objective. The data are sometimes based on client and service models and use the learning schema method. And for testing constancy, this means we should to know about data constantly and give the analytics. Yes, and here, this is more people works on business and they have a team organizations, provide some standards, okay, protocols in these areas. And sometimes we pay more attention in analysis. Okay, deliver and customer, this is an actor in these areas. And the Hadoop, right? Hadoop and prediction is for analysis result. And Python, Hadoop, and like a clustering, data analysis, and this is machine learning, right? And regression. All these terms word described that is main tools to deal to get data, to analyze data. All right? Yeah, this is different point. Here, this summarized the four-way definitions big data like volume, the versatility, and veracity, and the variety. Okay, four-way. Okay. I should open that window to check if you have problem. Okay, sorry. This one? This one. Okay. Look at. And this is for four characters. The relationship of. Okay. This for the time x, and y-x for, I think, is like the size, the data size. Okay, increasing. That comes from that the email, videos, photos, and audio, and this something, etc. Right? Okay. This is coming from the China. That academic research comes from that is to get that the typical applications that included in big data, such as this one. It comes from like Google, the internet. Okay, internet Google that to get to check and to have that request to check informations online. And this is for email communications, and is for like YouTube, to share the videos. Sometimes like I think some videos I think like I forgot, so sorry. I will remind, I will tell you. And this is comes from such as Skype, the instance that is like a chat, right? And here this comes from that smartphones here, and for that means music. And that's for short online. Okay, short online comes from. Okay. As for the third is for variety. The variety means the data collection can be from varied sources and forms. It can be sourced out from emails, audio, and video and formats. Okay, and this information sometimes is structured and sometimes non-structured. Right? Yeah, it's the third. And the fourth characters is means veracity. Veracity. That means that this refers to the uncertainty of the data available to markets. The different. Okay, it's the definitions. Let's talk to the second issue. For behavior data. What's a behavior? Behavior not only means we should know the behavior of a person. Not only, but also we should know that behavior for everything that happened surround us. The action, that event that happened around us. So behavior is a very, I think it's difficult for us to describe. Yeah, it's difficult to describe because we cannot I can write a paper, right? I can write a diary every day, each day to write like context words to describe that what's like that behaviors. But as for us, we should to teach the computer. Hi guys, like a computer. Hi guys, I can tell you the method to describe that is a behavior that if you get informations, please you analysis the data and give me the behavior descriptions. This for the machine, right? Yeah, it's for machines. Okay, how we should do it? Do this. Okay, like this slide. This slide on the first this column. This for the big data applications, the typical applications. That you say the data different formats. The structured data analysis. What's the meaning structure? Structured data. Can you give me examples? Yeah, I here. I stopped. I interrupt you. Listen to me and please. I ask you these questions. Can you explain what's the meaning of structured data? Volunteer? Yeah, volunteer? Yeah, structure like, hi, what's your name? You give me your name. That was your, how old are you? And what's your address, your home, of your home? Please give me your address. That your name, that your, the age, that your, the address. You can correct that is information. This is the structured. But if I give you that a video that I taken yesterday, the video and audio, these informations are unstructured, right? Because a serial, like a serial data, right? So we always get the structured data, all right? And the second is second data analysis. The text data, like we write something on Word or Excel, on Excel. This like Office uh, applications. Yes, this is text. Okay, the web data comes from that is a website, like high text, HTML or XML, right? And multimedia, this is unstructured data. And network data analysis. What's a network? This network comes from like a wireless sensor network, comes from like a Bluetooth and internet and cross sensing, right? And all this comes from by network, comes from like wireless and local aerial network, right? Yeah. And last, the data like the mobile is moving, like moving. That we should detect that is the locations that we should detect the signals. Yeah, the signals, outer space, right? And such as based on the GPS, right? And to connect that our smartphones to that is that is ISP, that is stations, the service stations to connect together, right? Okay, this is for the format of the data. And next is correct that is for applications. For struct data, we comes from that like the in enterprises or warehouse management. And for text data, our come from that is IoT based on big data and sometimes we can use online social network oriented big data. As for here, I pay attention here. Please look at these words: contact, structure, early warning, and real-time feedback. Do you have any questions? Or some, I say, some cannot understand, or some, I don't know. Hey, you are asking me, hi teacher, please explain these ideas to me. Do you have any questions? Okay. Yeah, I'll check that your information is here. It's good. Yeah. Hi, are you listening? Are you here to me? Please type 8. It's great. It's great. I'm afraid that I'm teaching. You're sleeping. I'm good, sorry. Okay. Great. You heard me. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. This the structure of that is for based the data, right? The early warning and real-time monitoring is popular for systems, for big data systems. Okay, and next we see the applications of healthcare and medical care big data. These areas, I will give you a presentations maybe next week. We'll combine that is sensors combined like RFID together in hospital. I will give you that the structure of the systems and to describe how to get the correct data from that is like from that is hospital in monitoring that is I don't know, say maybe to get some information from the healthcare, right? Okay. This is a smart grid. Smart grid is instructors in that in big data. Okay, here. Thank you. You improve. Thank you. I say that you improve my confidence. Okay, thank you. And here, this is that is background. That background, or in Chinese, right? I translate. In the first stage, there are 3 stages. Okay, in first stage means like if you are engineer, computer engineer, if you wanted to describe that in informations such as like this, the city, the urban, these areas, and so you should use engineer experience to give the model. Give the models. Yeah. Now, there is the individual behavior and its spatial and temporal variation are main subjects and foundation in urban studies. Yeah, I'd say the spatial and temporal data, how we give that is computer, the formula to build that like models to analysis the information. This comes from the designer experience. Okay, this first one. The second stage is for computer. This stage is work that done by computer. Yeah, the computer simulation simulated the scheme, give the simulated scheme to evaluate that your model. Yeah, the machine is busy. The machine are busy very much. They be very busy because he should analysis and calculate the data and give that is a result, analysis result here to give evaluate, right? Yeah. And the last stage, great. We designed. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. We designed that is a decision system. Decision. This means a smart model decision system. A decision system means, hi guys, don't worry. I have based on the previous two stage. Yeah, based on the a person, based on the designer's appearance comes from the person. Yeah, and comes from that is mankind, right? And next, we depend on that computer. These two previous two stage, that they can give us customer, right? Customer that is assistance. We can direct to get the data from the systems and like visualizations comes from like, oh, okay, I see the different colors. What's the meaning? Means a different that is a dance of the city, the populations, maybe some stages for transportations per day. Okay, yeah, and maybe there's some like problems we can get from this, the final result. Okay. So, you see, the following will particularly introduced some perspectives about them. Oh, yes. Perspectives and the applications field, the type of big data. Great. This comes from man and comes from the computer. Collaborate together, right? Okay. Look at these typical devices that we used in the big data. So this is traditional, like mobile, GPS log data from the handed, the GPS devices. This is a very simple devices, right? Several years ago, it's popular. Yeah, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, like PDA. This devices is I think maybe if you have a PDA, your friends say, hi guys, are you rich enough? Yeah, you have a PDA. Because it's expensive, right? Several years, long ago, right? So in these years, we see we based on PDA can get some like message, only can get a message, and some reminding message. We do not get that like applications like today, this like Apple's, right? Yes, at Apple's smartphones, right? Okay, and here, look at. So the GPS log data applications in urban studies and plain practice could be regarded as an initial stage. Yeah, initial stage of big data applications. Initial. Okay. Oh, improve the scientist, the smart computer improve. So that the second or the third generation smartphones appear. Look at that is MPD, mobile phone data MPD, that is common types of LBS. This means location-based service. Like we can depend on one fact is locations comes from GPS, right? And the second part is that what you want, what you look for. Sometimes we look for shopping, for some shopping areas. Sometimes we look for a wash, toilet. Yes, sometimes we look, where's the toilet? And sometimes we will look for that, where's the nearest that is restaurant, right? Yeah, this is the surveys push the increase of the scientists, improves the technologies. Do you agree with me? Yeah. You should have some different service demand. Okay. So in these areas, you see, we can travel features of the different groups with various travel purpose. Different purpose. And this is job housing, site, and chief communications for all those, the locations, positions. And last is urban, spatial, and temporal structure and dynamic. The data is different as that is the previous PDA, right? Okay, that's great. Look at this. Here there's as a third is a smart card. Okay, the credit card? No, it's not only a credit card. It's a smart card, like our campus, the smart card. Yeah, it can purchase something and sometimes can record your routing and your probability, right? You're right. And sometimes you can store some, maybe can combine with your credit card, okay, and you can purchase something, purchase products, and to pay the bill when you take a taxi and take subway, right? Yeah, that everything, like a ticket on the ticket. But so this SCD is changed from public transport like buses, subway, etc. Yes, but as you know, this not only a record of your privacy. It's not the record that is for that is like a credit card. Okay, in the future, this smart card can record everything. He can combine with the identifications, your identifications with that is service, different areas. Okay, so that is SCD, like your identifications. Okay, but travel spatial distribution, travel distance, and travel time, and travel flow, and community structures are located together, can provide that government to give them data that furtherly to further analysis, and give that is organized big data. Can give some reminding that is society status. Okay, different informations, right? Now I check. It's 2:30. 2:30. Let's have a rest. Have a 10 minutes rest. Okay. Please come back at 40. All right. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hello, guys. Are you here? I'm come back. Smash me. Hey. Thank you. Anyone else? Why? Normally.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dr. Jackie.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It's 14. And let's insist it. Like maybe 13 minutes that I over our class. All right. Okay. So last class I introduced the definitions, big data and the full characters of big data and some data structure format in these areas and some applications based on the data, right? So let's continue. Please look at that GPS data from the floating bike and cars. Yeah, it's typical that you can see in the modern society, like the urban applications here, right? And so for based on these informations, right? Yeah, we can get that is a trends from vehicles, and two, that is like to get that the latitude and longitude, driving period, speed, and directions. From this information, maybe you can think how we can interpret the data in front of us. Because we can organize the information into one map. That this is the schedules about the vehicles can appear in map, right? Not directly, but the most important is that what the map can tell me, what the map can tell me. That maybe we say, oh yes, in these areas, more people have demand for transportations. And these areas, we should build some such as like a restaurant, and some like this is for some companies here. We should to give them more opportunities and convenient service for peoples, for persons to maybe to transport, right? Okay, this is for this one. Here, this map comes from like a Google map, okay? A different point that is interest point comes from this Chinese name. This is a hospital. This comes from the Beijing, our capital of China, Beijing Hospital, Beijing. And this is a building, comes from a company, and this is for different 6, 5, like 10, and 1, 2 is different restaurants. Restaurant. You can order work out online. Yes, online and check. And sometimes you can drive to this restaurant. Okay. To have dinner. Yeah, this is the status. So the POI is data processes and the data sources, including commercial facilities and public facility and tourist sports and transportation facilities. Yeah, you can order taxis, like order taxis, and sometimes you can take bus. Okay, and this is urban function divisions account for the boundaries of city, the boundaries of the commercial district. District. Okay, here. This volunteered geographic information. What's a volunteer? Sorry, I pick up a phone. No, I continue our class. Okay. So, please look at this one. So this is a social network. This is a social network that comes from because that volunteer. This volunteer means like a crowd sensing. This comes from that is passive. Or I think to can passive get the data, right? This volunteer, some comes from that is a social network. This is social network from like Weibo, and sometimes like WeChat, and Wiki, etc. These resources, okay, and specialized website, such as for different application areas, like this is Dianping.com. Dianping.com in China is older. You can check online for what's that is popular. That is like in the restaurant that many people like to eat, to have dinner. Here you can check online. You can check online. And here is if you want to find work, and you can check this one to visit this website. Is 58